What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots. So I'm going to review a 2007 mixtape by greazier. Basically, this particular product is called Hood Nigga Diaries, and it came out in the fall of 2007. Now, within this particular pair, this is like the expansion pack to greazier's hit album from the fall of 2007 as well, Welcome to the Zoo, as far as this particular album, which is definitely a staple out of those particular eras, the late 2000s kind of hip-hop pitch like that. Now, within the product, kind of within the fashions, in terms when you think of like 2000s kind of ringtone and so, you think of like 2000s kind of snap and ringtone type hip hop pitches like that, songs that ones around that particular time, definite banging type tunes like Hood Nigga and particular Juice Box, songs that ones were pretty central, like radio and good flares like that, rhythmic type flares around the fall of 2007, early 2008, songs type pairs. greazier had a good string of albums between those pitches between 2007 to 2011. He kind of had like a short tenure within these pitches, but these are some extra type products. Now, I at least relatively knew about this product within pitches, but I just didn't get around to full blown listening to it pitch like that. But it's definitely a mistake within those ordeals as far as saying within the pitch that this is full bound. Frosty is off the chain with some of these type ones. So it's within the pitch. This is kind of, it's an expansion pack. I would say within certain senses it has a couple buzz singles on here, pitches like that, like particular American Gangsta, some of those type ones. But the fair about this is more the hungry greazier that was not as complex seen on Welcome to the Zoo pitches like that. So it's kind of fair as far as saying paying attention towards it. The fair amongst some of that is just the pitch as as blistering as Welcome to the Zoo was by greazier, that had more radio glam about it within the pitch. It is more polish amongst it, kind of within those pairs. It's basically like a workmanship kind of Jeezy type album with the pitch. Particularly the flair that Welcome to the Zoo gave me from fall of 2007 was the pitch of kind of having some of those type of rides, but just kind of getting to the money in terms of aspects. They're not as strictly kind of full-blown trap-esque. Now, it's not to say, now, within those type of rides, greazier was very much amidst the trap around this time, but it had songs on there like Last Time I Checked, and particular ones like that, Money Man, some of these type ones, and Little Shoddy, some of these type ones that were kind of within pitch, and just block weavings, pitch like that, amidst like the neighborhood type fair, plenty of those type ones within pitch like that. Whole album's basically a classic within those pitches, but this is just some bona fide extra type product that just has a little bit more. This is greazier a little bit more amidst like the grease and pitch like that, and even like a couple of the buzz singles off this product. This is a short album within these pitches, not to say like that's a problem, but the pitch as far as saying there's some there are actually diary entries. It kind of makes me the particular song that has Dear Diary, greazier on here, pitch like that, that beat is used a couple of times throughout the diary entries of this particular product as far as this particular album. It's probably one of the most capital beats off this product as far as this particular album. It's definitely a good, nice pitch to kind of fuck with this as like the playlist of like the album format kind of goes, because it has some good, nice varieties of just getting back towards that. With like that Dat Piff kind of hero that particularly happens. Makes you wish that greazier would have done like a standard song with that particular production, but still excellent type blisteriness. I am going to talk about at least one of those particular ones in like the Dear Diary song type format that pops up throughout the album. It's the same thing with I Am Atlanta, which features Block from like Block Entertainment, who he was pretty good CEO around that time, subsidiary of Puff Daddy's label, pitch like that. So it's good pitches like that. Block Entertainment had like Boys in the Hood and Young Jock and greazier on their pitch like that. But some good nice pitches. Like I Am Atlanta pops up twice. There's 10 songs out of 15 on here with these pitches I'm going to talk about, plus 2 songs that are repeat songs pitched like that. So it's within the fair, but on top of that, there's some extra type pitches on here. A song I've been trying to locate for the longest time is Banging Typeness to get towards this product. There was a buzz song that Rick Ross dropped way back in 2007 when he was originally going to drop Trilla in 2007. That was going to be like the lead single for it, that kind of got sabotaged and then just didn't wind up on a Rick Ross product. I originally thought that Trilla featuring Rick Ross off this product was going to be on the Trilla mixtape, but it wasn't, so it's kind of fair. I always wondered where that particular song went, and it wound up being on this product. So it's interesting type pitches, very awesome kind of get that song finally within these pitches for the affairs that happen. Just paying attention towards that. It's kind of dope pitches. Rick Ross is kind of like extended kind of family, extended kind of alumni amongst like the particular product to talking about Boys in the Hood from those fairs, considering that Boys in the Hood dropped the 2007 album, late 2007 album, and then like greazier did as well. So it's good, nice pitches. They have some songs pitched like that, kind of miss like the Trilla era for Rick Ross pitched like that. So that's some fairs. And then there's a Big Geese song on here as well. Big Geese actually on here a number of times. So it has some leftover affiliation Has some leftover affiliation with Boys in the Hood on here, pitch like that. Now, I didn't notice as much like particular Big Duke or like Jody Breeze in these pitches, but at least Big E has an exclusive song to this product as well. It makes me question if he has mixtapes that were put out. Now, I look within the aspect. I've looked up Big E in the past. It seemed that he only had like a 2006 mixtape that had like over 30 songs on it. I'm gonna get to that at some point down the road, pitch like that. But it seemed like if he did have further mixtapes, I'm not as full on sure if they just lost track of him, pitch like that. I'll have to check that out. But there is a song on there is a song off here called Shit I Lost, pitch like that, and Big E's on a couple other songs, pitch like that. Sounds that Bryce was the pitch. He's on the song Yeen as far as those pitch absence with them pitch as far as saying, but probably say he's on here at least 2 or 3 times, pitched like that with some good banging type feels. So mild, relative kind of Boys in the Hood affiliation leftover type products within these pitches. Some good nice fries. The Rick Ross song's pretty dope as well, pitched like that. This is within the fairs. Some buzz singles on here, pitched like that. Some stuff ones, but just a hungry type aspect. It's kind of the aspect is some muscle songs, pitches like that. So it's just kind of within the fair. These are more kind of the stead type songs in the pitch of getting past when you get past the varieties like the glam type factor and the Welcome to the Zoo is a little bit more showy pitches like that within those fairs. When you get towards some of those type songs, like particular songs like Money Man and Trying to Make a Jug and crack banging type, furious type ones like Money Man, Trying to Make a Jug, crack music, some of these type ones, Battlefield especially pitch like that, some of these type ones in particular. I know it's kind of the pitch as far as saying these are some more kind of in the trenches type ones, or even seedier type routes than the pitch as far as like some extra products that have to be taken care of within those pitches. Transaction type fair pitch like that, sentence surprise. So it's kind of within the pitch, just the left or the other type ones are kind of more gallivant pitch like that, miss the price, that just more freebase, kind of a more success rate. Not to say success rate like it's not successful, but the pitch. Not to say success rate like you wouldn't be having success with the pitch as far as talking about within the varieties of discs, kind of where the rope up is not entirely just sailingly taken care of within those pitches. It's kind of more amidst like the trenches of like the muckiness that kind of goes along with this. It's fairs like that, but just transaction taking care of some of those pitches, but transactions to get taken care of within those pitches, but the varieties amongst this good nice fairs amongst it. There's a couple commercial breakthroughs in certain type aspects, but it's just not as sing-songy compared to like Hood Nigga, Juice Box, and like You Don't Know Me with like D Woods from Danity Kane, some of those type ones pitched like that, but still some good nice appeals. Yeah, easily enough, this product gets a 10 out of 10. I go way back with Gorilla Zoe, pitch like that, so banging type ness. Most assuredly should have fucked with this way back in 2007, 19 years ago, pitch like that, with some banging type appeals. So within the particulars, I'm going to go ahead and talk about these intro type songs within the pitch, get those out of the way within these pitches. No, say like that, but those are capital type ones. So these are just spoken word type songs. Block is just the Block is simply a CEO within these pitches, so it's the aspects far as saying, but these diary entries are pretty bang within these aspects, like I said, real visceral type beat. But Dear Diary is like a superb kind of nightmarish, harrow, and late shift kind of struggle to get to pitch like that, to some corner store kind of beer pickups. So it's just kind of fair as far as having some of these type ones. It's good, nice appeals, kind of get towards some of these late shifts. It's pretty good, just embrace like the emphaticness that plenty of those DAP Piff type players kind of had back in like the late 2000s and 2010s. It's like a good. It's just a good, excellent kind of swan dive into that particular style pitch like that. So some banging type varieties, definitely. And it has a pretty similar type production in I Am Atlanta pitch like that. Those two songs that pop up with Block from Blocking and T pitch like that. It's like a good glared and afterthought kind of amidst some block weaving to get to here pitch like that. Just tacos to get pitch like that. Talk about runs and stuff. There's just definitely like some spliffs, get some grapes going pitch like that. Some grape sweets pitch like that. So it's within varieties for us and some of these type ones. So just kind of amidst like the weaving type aspect. Just some glared street lights pitch like that. Just appreciate like the Demon Time. So now to get to these 10 songs pitched like that, these some banging type ones. Yeah, within these pitches, so I'm Gone is the hitting type ones, like a throwback to like mid 2000s kind of DJ drama, kind of home clean and rope up as far as these pitches can happen. It's more ghoulish, I'd say, a little bit more haunting type aspect, kind of Jeezy type varieties, but it's more with the aspect of feels a little bit more phantom like pitch like that. It's good, nice one to ruminate some pitch like that and kind of get your stroll on pitches like that. Traditional kind of DJ drama in a ghoulish type sense, so kind of a fusion of like leftover 2000s with like some early bird kind of 2010s pitch like that. And this whole mixtape is kind of more or less, it's not as broadcasted full bound on like the album cover pitch like that, but this is a DJ drama tape within these pitches, so banging type appeals pitches like that. Felipe's the hitting type ones, like a grand evening shift kind of transaction to get to here. Just some later kind of muscle hours pitch like that. Just grab like a firehouse sub, something that pitches amongst it is good. car sitting type air and figuring out next modes. It's kind of a steadfast kind of rope up as far as these pairs go. So this is kind of like some of these type ones, like particular, kind of like more songs that like the more grease type factor, like do something from that particular album pitch like that. So it's within the variety as far as saying just kind of the more aspect. That with some good muscle hours in the later shift to kind of get shit done within pitches like that. Good, nice banging type variety. Stock up on Firehouse, and it's a pitch to get some crunkness factor, get the good grub going pitch like that. Mr. Variety just getting shift pair taken care of pitches like that. American Gangsta's a hitting type one. Now there are a couple club gems on here. American Gangsta's one of which, and then Haters is another type one. So these banging type ones, but definitely in terms of like a good buzz type single, I'd say American Gangsta's a pretty good choice. American Gangsta's pretty good choice, like a good pseudo kind of ringtone and hood nigga kind of dance two-step type tune pitch like that. So it's within probably not as full-bound catchy as hood nigga, but within a good pitch. I just like some offshoots of that. Just looking for their type styles, kind of considering the pitch that there weren't more or less kind of spin-offs and offshoots of that particular song on Welcome to the Zoo pitch like that. So it's a good nice clone of that within good nice senses. Just have some glared eyes definitely and smokes in your system. Have like a gal latte nearby, so it's the pitch. So it's kind of bright as far as some of these type fairs. It's something when like something like the pickup type fashion, just a quick bottle of like a nice malt from Sonic nearby outside in the whip, something like that, or just a particular just outside in the backpack if you're walking pitches like that, just having a gal latte, so that pitch is kind of the product, just some extracurricular typeness that's come through with like the product, or just the socialized type glam within like the pitch, of just like late shift kind of same energy as songs like Hood Nigga and Juice Box pitch like that, so it's banging typeness. So kind of a ringtone offshoot pitch like that, good nice fares. Churl is a real nice one. Like I was saying, it's good, nice appeal that this was a buzz song that Rick Ross originally had for Churl, that this was scrapped from coming off from happening on that particular album, but some banging type in this, like a banging kind of Ross song to get on like a transit from like the Port of Miami kind of surf type days pitch like that to more Trill kind of glisten seediness factor pitch like that. So when you think of particular songs from Rick Ross from Port of Miami, like Hustlin' and Push It to the Limit, some of those type ones, and I'm Bad and Boss, some of those type ones, the aspect kind of goes to the more like the Farrah Trill type ones, like Luxury Tax and The Boss with T-Pain, some of the pitches like that, and Speedin' with R. Kelly, some of the pitches kind of getting along to some of that more seedy type factor, just more glam and luxurious type Jones pitch like that, just some free bass drives going to get within these products. It's real affable type pitch. Rick Ross was starting to get towards that product within those pitches, not as if he didn't have it before. It was just some good, nice appeals pitch like this. So it's good, nice to have a home to like this particular fair. It's kind of with the pitch. I do question within the availability of the purchase of this product. This is at least on Gorilla Zoe's like YouTube pitch like that, but I do question. Like I was trying to figure out if this was on like a mixtape download. It's not available for download pitch like that, unfortunately, for free. But I do question if you could purchase it like off iTunes, some of these type pitches. I mean, it's good that it's on Gorilla Zoe's YouTube. I would question how to obtain it with some of these type pitches if it's on Amazon or shit like that, some type of appeals, but still classic type tape pitch like that. Kill'em's a hitting type ones, like a rock solid kind of early bird, a Millie style kind of go dumb pitch like that. Just definitely pop some champagne pitch like that, or just don't necessarily have to pop things if you just have like some Bacardi nearby pitch like that, but just some good nice appeals kind of get the glam factor going. Just some club marinate, definitely I'd say it's another nice one. Just some BS kind of chats with gal pitch like that, just standard nothings type talk, small talk type fair pitch like that. Just the variety as far as just like just within the simp aspect, just getting past like the SFW typeness of a pitch like that. So just also within a trap makeshift, so it's just kind of pitch as far as saying just the gulag type factor and like a night shift type aspect of good nice embrace of the post hour and like the social bits of a pitch like that. Is like that. It's the demon time hour starts to crank in pitch like this. So it's nice varieties pitch like that. There wasn't really like a song within these type varieties amongst it. There's kind of some type varieties within pitches that kind of are similar to like the Rocco type vibes that are kind of getting ready to happen with songs like I'ma Do Me and some of the pitches and Tomorrow pitch like that. So it's kind of fair getting towards some of those type ones within pitch as far as just talking about within the hit type appeal, just like embrace type ones. This does kind of have some blue collar in here pitch like that. It's not to say full bound within those pitch, but it's kind of variety just like the aspect of just something. This is the sort of song that was not necessarily on Welcome to the Zoo in terms of like the format of something to kind of just soak in like the initial club hours pitch like that. Hood Nigga and Juice Box are a little bit more spiced amongst like the 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock p.m. typeness pitch like that. Money Man was kind of like that as well, some of the pitch, but this kind of variety. I Know and Crack Music, some of stuff where I Know and Crack Music, some of stuff. But good nice pitches, paying attention towards that. Ride is a hitting type ones, like a woozy kind of same shit, different day, kind of hop to it to get here just later on. A few vodkas, pitches like that. hit song rides like a woozy kind of same shit different day, kind of hop to it later on as far as these pitches can have them. Just a few get a few vodka shots in your system, just some kickoff chirp, folks. Definitely pitches like that. Just get towards the engage factor of it, selling stuff there. So it's kind of another nice one. Some of these type ones are good within the pitch, and just extracurricular type fares that Gorillas though had within these pitches as far as varieties that were not necessarily on Welcome to the Zoo. So it's kind of pitch as far as saying paying attention towards here. This is one of those type ones that's kind of amidst like particular wake up factors within these pitches, or just the initial type prog. When you think of some of these hustle type ones, like songs like particularly like I Know and Crack Music and like Do Something, and like even especially last time I checked didn't have those varieties. Little Shoddy didn't, so it's kind of pitch money up since the fair. So it's kind of pitch as far as saying just get towards the product like some kickoff pitch like this. This is kind of the fair. Just like some of that type of varieties, just a good nice pitch of those particular aspects. Of just like the embrace of like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock p.m. kind of within pitch of this halfway hustle, but just kind of the excitement of like prime time hours pitches like that. Yin is a Sung Yin is a hitting type 1 pitch like that with Big E. Good aspects here. It's like a usual fair kind of trap makeshift gulag to get within these products. It's a good trap makeshift kind of gulag embrace. I definitely say this 5 o'clock p.m. Gorditas since the pitches to swisher runs. Some of these type fairs, leftover gal fairs to take care of pitches like that. Some of the fries that fairs within the particular product just need some almond milks or pitch like that. Some of the fries just pitch like that getting towards the product. Some of these type 1s, the aspect as far as saying picking up cookie dough and coffee made as far as these pairs can have. So accident within the pitch as far as those pairs can happen along with the good pitches like that. But it's kind of the fair of like definitely basic type fairs of just getting like a good batch of swishers within those products. Just that same hit type fries. It's just pitches like that as far as like the fairs can happen when paying attention like the banginess of Welcome to the Zoo. It's just some of these erranding type fairs pitches like that of just making gas station visits, fairs like that kind of fun in addition to Target runs, pitches like that, good nice fairs. Haters is a hit type 1 pitch like that. It's another good club type jump within pitches. This has some real good fizz type appeal and vanilla and this about a good excellent pitch. It's like a thorough kind of nightclub embellish to get here. Just Hypnotic and Bacardi tabs definitely within the fairs. So Bacardi tabs within certain type pitches of gals feeling more brave pitch like that, but it's kind of fair. Definitely some Hypnotic and folks in your system pitch like that. Since the fair is just typical kind of late 2000s kind of club fizz. This one's a little bit more basic and glam factor. Not say basic in terms of quality, but a good nice, definite good nice pitches. Just hella fraternize. Definite hella fraternize about this song pitch like that. Just in a good ass mood as far as these first games. So just one pitch, just a good nice factor. Some of these type ones. Just a cleaner type fit than Hood Nigga. Hood Nigga had a little bit more snarl about it. Same thing with Juice Box, but that was a little bit more kind of Juice Box is a little bit more smoggy pitch like that. This is a particular flair type factor that just feels like something that like almost feels more like a 50 Cent kind of club type song like Disco Inferno pitch like that. But some good nice appeals, good pitches amongst it. Hustle's a quality one as well. Not sure who did the hook on here, but some good nice appeals within the product of it. Just one of those type ones, kind of in a T-Pain similar type 1 pitch like that. Just some of those late 2000s type varieties that's kind of like Two Pistols. She got a pitch like that in a more hustle type first. So just to grip one of those type ones, Two Pistols and like folks like that. Two Pistols and Rocco pitches like that. It's like a red hot kind of radio grab to get in like a late 2000s kind of Rocco fashion. I definitely say to like a late 2000s kind of Rocco fashion pitches like that. I definitely say just chunk the dudes fairs like that. Just block wrap up to kind of get these things done pitch like that. Just some club beeline later. So it's just kind of pitch far as saying. So hustle's just a later day kind of whiz along pitch like that amongst these devices. Just the post hour type fits pitch like that. Just recouping pitches like that. So it's the fairs amongst like the products as far as these pitch can happen. Just to miss like the aspect figuring out the next modes pitch like that. Getting towards some of these type of appeals. It's probably gonna go have like a club pitch like that. Get it's a BZ bartender affairs like that. Just some real nice fits of gonna be real snarled tonight amidst these pitches as far as the performance can happen. But just the aspect of getting towards the like the fieriness of just like just a real good just embrace type song within pitch like that. Just kind of fair of just a clean fit type one within pitch. A just hustle type day amidst like the day fair was taken care of aptly pitch like that, and just getting towards the product like the next moods and modes pitch like that. So some of those type fairs within a pitch. Then Shit I Lost is a hit type one within these pitches. This is a Big E song exclusively pitch like that. If you don't know who Big E is, he's one of the folks from Boys in the Hood pitches like that. So it's good nice prize. He's one of the bigger type folk. He's one of the bigger type folk, more amidst like Gorilla Zoe's side. He's one of the bigger type folk, more amidst like Gorilla Zoe's size pitch like that within a hit type feel. But this is like a desolate and decayed kind of block syrup to get here pitch like that. Just some extra thought I'd say from like the bullshit. Just kind of some extra thought to get from like the bullshit wiles as far as this pitch can happen within the aspect. Just pick up like some Budweiser's pitch like that. So it's within the appeal as far as saying paying attention towards some of those type products. It's kind of within the pitch as far as saying It's a little bit more straightforward within like the pitch. It's kind of a grizzle type one within these aspects, but just kind of the gulag type fire. It's kind of the car sitting, kind of gulag type fashion, like the bullshit type Ferris pitch like that. But it's kind of the aspects as far as saying just getting towards the product, and just figuring out the next mode. It's kind of just the spell of extra thought since I pitched amongst it. Probably just for some straightening would pick up like a good Brown and Budweiser's pitch like that. So it's kind of fair, particularly some of these type ones that just relative date fair kind of gripe pitch like that, but just to miss like the product needs some straightening pitch like that. So just church some folks figure out the modes. Some of these type pitches amongst it just pitch like that. It's not to say it's within the mishap type aspect, but just kind of a crap Tuesday, something like that within those pitches. Kind of variety of just weed prices have gone up, pitch like that within the legality factor of it. Just pitch like that, some stuff fair. So just kind of the pitch of you're gonna have to be sober for a few days, pitch like that, and your pal's got like some banging typeness to get towards pitch like that within the product to just want to get cranked. So it's just kind of pitch for us saying just the aspects, some of those stuff fairs within pitches, but it's kind of products for us saying just getting towards the product to just extracurricular kind of put extracurricular kind of clock in pitch like that, get some Budweiser for the straightening sons that pitch with good excellent products. So with them pitch for us saying classic particular mixtape slash album here pitch like that. Now I say album within this pitch because I do think this album is available for purchase pitch like that, considering the fact that it's not really as much of like a free download nowadays. This within pitch. I do question the availability, but other than that, it's a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 score. Social score is going to go ahead and get a 10 as well within these pitch. I pay attention to like the product Grills though really came through here pitched like that. Some of these type ones are just kind of more amidst like the trenches, like the hustle type fair. There's a number of actual grip type songs in these pitches, so it's kind of product. There is some club type bang on here within these pitches. Some varieties amongst Grills though that was not present, unlike Welcome to the Zoo. As far as those pitches, I have definitely particular social type songs like American Gangsta, Haters, and Kill 'Em. Some of these type pitches on the product, just like some further type varieties that just have like some extra club embellish that are some pretty. There's definitely some pretty lit type ones in the pitch, like some further type varieties, particularly American Gangsta's like a good kind of ringtone, extra gem like Hood Nigga. Kill 'Em's kind of like a Millie pitch like that, and Early Bird to that particular one is some of that particular quote, that particular kind of chopped and screwed kind of song quote pitch like that. When you think of knocking doors down to Millie, some of that one's pitch like that, some of those hit type appeals, just the aspect of just like a nothing spit and just some BS kind of. It's a BS kind of gab. Haters like a good vanilla kind of club fizz and stuff pitches. Then there's plenty of good disc type ones. Hustle's a real nice one for like the pitch, like some radio kind of break free with them pitch, like some late 2000s kind of fashion like Rocco. So it's the pitch as far as saying. There is some commercial aspects along with like the fair, just more in the trenches type product as far as getting towards like the grind factor. Just some of these type ones with the pitches. The variety as far as saying some of these type ones just basically a very excellent kind of expansion pack to Welcome to the Zoo. I definitely say it's just a pitch that these go hand in hand just like that. So it's definitely within product disc. Extra type flares that have some pitches of disc. Paying attention to girls though that might not have been as present within the full bound type fair. It's just bona fide type product picking up this prime type era where girls though was the shit in 2007. This is like a further kind of shot in the arm further type shot in the arm to see some extra type product that he was amidst in his 2007 prime pitch like this. So it's just some extra type noise pitch like that, just further thoughts and extensiveness within the variety, just something that was a little bit quieter considering that Gorillaz only had 3 albums total. So it's in the pitch for example, good excellent varieties. 10 social. In terms of the future, like Gorillaz, though, that's kind of the fair about it, is he has been vanished since the early 2010s pitch like that. Now, he did at least drop a 2014 mixtape called Recovery within those pitches, but apart from that, he's pretty much been gone. Last I checked, he got into wrestling or pitches like that, some stuff fairs was kind of the pitch. He has a very brief kind of tangent of disc like between about the mid 2000s from about 2006 to about 2013, 2011, 2012 pitch like that. So this is the variety as far as saying, but he does have quite a few projects within these pitches. He dropped, I've said a good few times some of these Gorillaz reviews that he dropped a mixtape every day in like he dropped a mixtape like every day in February 2010 pitch like that, and he has plenty more on top of that since the pitches. This is one of the more notable type. It's definitely an immediate one to beeline for within these pitches if you fuck with Welcome to the Zoo, which you definitely should because that one's a classic. It's just further type ones within that enhancement type package, good excellent expansion pack pitch like that, some of those hit type appeals. But the pitch as far as saying paying attention to like those varieties, I'm eventually going to get to more Gorillaz pitch like that, but it's like a good 1-2 punch within these pairs of 07 Gorillaz pitch like that. Definitely some primary type appeals that does have some commercial type gems on here and some good hustle, grit, and grease pitch like that, and just an overall staple out of mixtape type fair in the 2000s in general.